I brought 1.8 combat in 1.21.4, and since this is version 2, it also has new features. So first of all, let's start with the simplest one. As you might have guessed, with 1.8 combat, you can have instant clicking without having any delay. Of course, I considered the buff of axes because the whole point of them was bigger delay with higher damage. So what I did, I reverted, I took the axis of 1.8 damage and I reapplied it to the new axis here. Here are the axe damages. So it was the wood and the golden have 3 damage, stone has 4, iron has 5, diamond has 6, and I believe it suits very well for the netherite to have 7 damage. If you hover over, you might see the old one, the 1.9 plus attack damage on it, which is not something that you should worry about. The axes themselves act as if this is the damage they cause. In recent versions, if you do a critical hit with a stone axe or an iron axe, the cow will die, but as you can see this time it didn't, because the axes are actually nerfed down back to 1.8. If you want to make sure that the damage is indeed applied, what you can do, there's a debugging feature that I also added that tells you the damage of each and every tool that you're holding. So if I go ahead and get a few more tools here, with this command/function InstantPvP enable debugging, you get a damage value right here. So as you can see, it doesn't matter what I'm holding. The axe is back to this, so iron axe 5 damage and so on. And even if you have nothing on, you have damage 1, which is the damage of your fist. And in order to remove the debugging, you can just do /function InstantPvP disable debugging. Wait a couple of seconds and this message will go away. And if you want to switch modes back to 1.9, you can very easily. Let me switch debugging back on just to see the difference. You do /function InstantPvP enable, which should be enabled by default. And now I have the old damage values. So if I disable the InstantPvP, it instantly goes back to the new one. And you can see the delay on each and every axe whenever I raise it up. If I go back and enable this, it goes back to the old values and there is no delay anymore. Now there's one more feature. This is also brand new to the second version of this mod, which is blocking, sword blocking. So if I go ahead and let this zombie hit me, as you can see, I take a lot of damage and at the same time I get the knockback that we know. But if I go ahead and block, the damage is not as big, it's not as intense, and the knockback is smaller at the same time. And in case you want to disable the mod, I would recommend to first disable it through here before removing the mod completely, otherwise there might be some issues. So that is it for today. I'm gonna make more mods soon. I just wanted to make sure that I update one of my most known mods to the latest version and also add the new feature, because this blocking animation was reintroduced in the latest version. So I thought, why not adding sword blocking as well into the game, since I already have the instant PvP mod.